Aku nak jadi guest podcast kita.
Okay.
Hello.
Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we're going to start our very first podcast. My very first podcast. This could be the first episode. This could be the first episode, or like the second first episode. We don't know. We won't know. But yeah. So hari ni I have Anis with me, my twin. So we chose a topic to talk about, which is forgiving oneself for hurting others.
Yes.
Okay.
A very deep topic.
Yes, a very deep topic.
A very deep topic, but one we should be pondering about, because in this life we are no exception to hurting others. As much as we're capable of being hurt, we're very much capable of being the person that's causing hurt to others. And I think like being hurt is one thing and is a curve on its own, but realizing that you have hurt others, there's a certain kind of learning curve that you get out of it, especially as you reflect after something happened. What's your experience on being the person?
Being the person who hurts others?
Yes. Have you ever been in
So-
that position?
I have. It's inevitable. In the span of my living, I try my best not to hurt others, but you as a person yourself have your way of making yourself stumble. So even if you don't mean to do it, you would somehow end up hurting others, without even meaning it. And I did recently. I've been through a situation where I ended up hurting someone, I think. But yeah, initially, the very first time I ever hurt that someone, I feel so bad because she's a loved one. Okay, she's a loved one, and the last thing I want to do is to hurt her. And yeah, the very first time I noticed that I hurt her, I can't accept the fact, and I can't forgive myself. And it took a lot on me, and I start to question myself and my values and what I'm doing. What about you, Anis? What about your experience?
My experience, I think the times where I've had to sit down and like accept that I've actually hurt others, and it's like the moment that it stuck with me the most is when somebody said that I hurt them unintentionally. I think when someone tells me that I've hurt them unintentionally, it always kind of like stuck with me for a long time, especially since because it has never been in my intention to hurt people. I mean, I don't think it will ever be in our like intentions to cause hurt to others.
Yes.
But when someone tells me that, it will sit with me for a very long time. And I think what I struggle when I'm faced with this kind of like interaction, something that I struggle with is that I tend to make excuses, which is not good, which is definitely not, which is definitely not good. So dia macam mana bila aku tiba-tiba Melayu kan.
No, it's okay.
Okay ke? Dia macam bila orang tu beritahu aku kan, Anis, aku rasa macam aku terasa bila kau buat macam ni kan. My first reaction was to make it about myself instead of about the other person. That's what I've had to learn and unlearn about, and benda tu sangat tak bagus tau. So I would say that's like something I struggle with during my teenage years, because I like to believe yang aku tak bermaksud pun nak sakitkan orang ni, macam mana, how could it be, tapi aku macam tapi girl, stop it there. This person is telling you that they've been hurt by what you did. The least you could do is hear them out and see where they're coming from. Whether it is your intention or not, that is what they feel. And it has to come from somewhere. So first step is to accept that you are very much capable of hurting people, even though it wasn't in your best intentions. You have to accept that they were hurt, and you have to sort of like sit with it and hear them out.
Yes.
Itulah.
Um,
Do you struggle with what I also struggle with, or
for me personally, I think I don't suffer much as you do. I mean, the most I suffer from is the fact yang I hurt others, and then I feel like I'm a bad person for hurting others. But I don't make excuses. I I acknowledge the fact yang I actually hurt them, and I try to accept the fact yang I hurt them. But like accepting itself is not enough. Even if I accept macam okay, I hurt you, and then I will take accountability and I will do my best not to repeat what I did. But that's not enough, because I'm left with this feeling tau yang I'm a bad person because I've hurt this person once. What's stopping me from doing it again? And it got me feeling scared in a sense, macam takut nak jujur tau. I'm afraid to be honest, I'm afraid to be vulnerable again in a sense, because I'm afraid if I do the same thing I did before, I might end up hurting them again. But this is where it's important now for you to forgive yourself for hurting others. Because even if you accept the fact yang you hurt others, you might still be scared of the fact that you might hurt them again. That's the thing. If you forgive yourself, you accept yang okay, I might hurt them again, and that's okay. That's okay. That's the nature of relationships. Okay, we are bound to hurt each other, but the fact that we chose to forgive them, and most importantly ourselves, for unintentionally hurting others or intentionally, up to the person. I think that's very important for you to attain your own peace, your own sense of comfort. For you to be able to sit with yourself and rasa macam okay, I'm not a bad person for hurting others. It's okay. It's in our nature.
true? Actually, true. You know what you said? Kind of like made me realize something. I don't think I've ever truly forgive myself for being in that position where I'm hurting others. So what you said actually got me thinking a bit. I am worth the mess I made, and I am worth the mistakes I've made,
Yes.
and I am worthy of kindness, even towards myself.
Yes. So guys, everyone deserves to be forgiven, especially yourself, especially us, all of us. Okay.
The moment you let go, and the moment you begin to take the first step, which is to forgive yourself, inshallah, the rest will follow smoothly
Yes.
to your process to healing.
Yes.
So it's okay, guys.
Yes. So what do we get from this talk is to first learn to forgive yourself, and second, forgive others, not for them but for your own peace. Okay, don't hold grudges. Grudges will just hold you back. It won't leave you any good.
And disclaimer: this does not apply to every situation.
Yes.
Okay, this
Yes, it does not apply to every
This does
situation,
not apply to every situation. We're getting very major side eyes from Akasha from behind the camera. So
But yeah,
disclaimer for Akasha: this
that's the thing.
advice does not apply
Because,
to every situation. It's a case by case situation. Do what you make with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying from my own experience,
From my own experience as well.
from my own experience, don't hold grudges. Forgive yourself, forgive others, not for them, for yourself. Yeah.
Kita akhiri mukadimah dengan heart dive into frozen wave, cause you are the piece of me I wish I did.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you guys
See you in
another
the next
episode.
episode.